It is now my pleasure to introduce Ms. Candy Hill of Catholic Charities USA.
Good morning, Chairman Lewis, Ranking Member Bosny, Chairman McDermott, Ranking Member Limiter, and members of the Subcommittee on Oversight, Income Security, and Family Support. My name is Candy Hill, and I am the Senior Vice President for Social Policy and Government Affairs at Catholic Charities USA. Every day across this country, thousands of people in your local communities are coming to one of the local Catholic Charities agencies to seek assistance. 171 agencies with 1,668 affiliates in all 50 states and the U.S. territories served over 8.5 million people last year. Catholic Charities agencies have been on the front lines for more than 2 centuries serving people in need and empowering them to build lives of dignity and economic opportunity. We have a long-standing history of leading the private sector and serving those most in need at critical and vulnerable times while working tirelessly to reduce poverty in America by half in the next 10 years. Neither hunger nor poverty are political issues. They are moral issues that we are all called to solve together. Around this hearing room today, you will see pictures from our AmericanPoverty.org project. You will see pictures of faces from San Francisco, Atlanta, Georgia, East Biloxi, and New Orleans. These are the faces of the people who are living in 21st century poverty and who are hungry. Not only because we see them every day, but because of the recent economic crisis, those we serve are now our neighbors, our former colleagues, and hardworking individuals struggling to make ends meet. They are the working poor, the new unemployed, and first-time clients. And sadly, they are our former donors, in some cases, our former local board agency members. Our economy is in trouble, and with an unemployment rate of 10.2%, the need for all of our services is up. And today, Catholic Charities releases our snapshot survey entitled Pantry Shelves Empty Faster Than Ever, which tells of the extreme need and the extreme challenges that our agencies are facing in each and every community across this nation. I just would like to say something about what's happening with real people today. In Youngstown, Ohio, our Catholic Charities office is used to taking 100 calls a month and now receives 70 calls a day for financial assistance with food and utilities. And sadly, in Brooklyn and Queens, 9/11 victims and those who were their rescue workers are coming to Catholic Charities agencies for food assistance because still today those affected with respiratory illnesses have not received the financial compensation that they so deserve. So they are lined up now in lines, yet again another victim, at our community centers in Queens. In Atlanta, Georgia, 19 clients during this time last year were served in screening for government benefits. This year, 3,089 clients were served during this period. Catholic Charities USA and its members does not want to be McDonald's. Our billion served is not our definition of success. In short, we face the perfect storm, more demand for services with strikingly less resources to do it. And we would say to all of you on this committee that it will not only take government being our partner, but it will also take all of us, corporations, philanthropy, and individual donors to solve the extreme problem of hunger in our country today. In fact, Catholic Charities is currently engaged in a massive effort to identify and scale those programs that bring 21st century solutions to 21st century problems we face today. Right now, we have 2 immediate goals. The first step is addressing the short-term and immediate emergency of helping our neighbors and those without through this economic crisis. The second is to chart an aggressive path toward our long-term goal of cutting poverty in half in the next 10 years. To do this, Catholic Charities USA urges Congress to quickly implement policies to strengthen nutrition programs, the emergency food and shelter program, help the unemployed get back to work, and provide support to the nonprofit sector. In 2010, Catholic Charities will celebrate its centennial. We have learned from that long history of service that we must respond to the changing times. While we continue to fight for protections to ensure a safety net for those less fortunate, we are also working to develop new and innovative strategies to reduce poverty in our country. We must boldly seize the moment to rebuild an economy that benefits all and leaves far fewer behind. An example of this is in Catholic Charities in Chicago, Illinois. Through a collaborative effort with churches, schools, parks and recreation, and other nonprofits, Catholic Charities developed and implemented a summer feeding program. Not only did that program provide 105,000 nutritious meals, but it also provided employment to 60 youth who learned how to cook and prepare nutritious meals. In closing, I'd like to say that I came here today to discuss hunger and unemployment. The experience of Catholic Charities agencies across the country tells me that these two issues do not occur in isolation. One of the most effective ways to cut poverty is to invest in individuals and support innovations in communities. Investments must be made to programs that prepare people for work through education and training. These types of investments create opportunities for businesses and entrepreneurships so that local communities can start rebuilding as our economy rebounds. We urge the administration and Congress to focus on the connections between participation in the workforce, programs, adequate nutrition, affordable housing, and access to health care. Moreover, we urge this committee and other committees in Congress to begin analyzing and changing the badly worn safety net the U.S. has in place. It is torn, strained, and on the brink of complete disintegration. But rather than repair what has not been effective, we urge you to look at new ways to create more comprehensive, more cohesive programs that attack poverty at its root. At CCUSA, we believe we are seeing those new ideas emerging in communities today. We are committed to not just identifying the problems, but to partnering with you, our policymakers, to solve it. Thank you for this opportunity to address you.
Thank you.